Never underestimate the power of loyalty. Never underestimate the power of loyalty. Never underestimate the power of togetherness. What's going on, y'all? It's the Council Poly Rob. Welcome to the Poly Rob Podcast. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe for all my content. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you become a member for my exclusive content. I just put up some new exclusive content on my membership platform. So make sure you become a member. Show love. You know what I mean? And I appreciate everybody that's been getting my subscribers up. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the super chats, all of the live streams, showing love, having fun is dope. But let's get right into it. Let's talk about a live stream. The biggest live stream of the month and probably of the year, aside from Kai Cenat's Mafia-thon, because he been doing his thing. No Limit versus Cash Money Records. Come on, man. Who didn't want to see this battle? Who didn't want to see this Verzuz? Why would you not want to see this Verzuz? We all been waiting. You know how many debates we've been having about who's better, No Limit or Cash Money? You know how many times somebody like myself have argued people down about artists from No Limit and artists from Cash Money? That was the big debate. That was the Big South debate. Who's better? Who got better records? Who's more successful? How many artists have came out the camp and done bigger things? Who got the hood anthems? Who got the club anthems? Who got the street anthems? So many of them. This debate has been going on for years, and I think it's going to continue. And not just because they came out around the same time. Like, you know, in my opinion, and I could be wrong. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. No Limit had their run first. They were having their run doing their thing, you know, and then Cash Money came into the fold. Now, I think they both did legendary things in terms of independence, you know what I mean, coming from the South, coming from, you know, Louisiana, and really like putting it on the map. Putting New Orleans on the map. They both did their fair share, but you know how we are as fans. We gonna always talk trash and battle against who's the best. That's just what we do. There's no other way around it. That's what we do. So this past weekend, Verzuz, you know what I'm saying, owned by Timberland and Swizz Beatz. Shout out to Swizz Beatz and Timberland for even just putting on this platform. And to be honest, everybody was figuring out like, yo, was Verzuz just a pandemic thing? Was Verzuz just something that we enjoyed in the pandemic? Like, why are they not doing more Verzuz battles? You know what I mean? So we was wondering about that. You know what I mean? I think the last Verzuz battle that they did was it? I think it was Monica and Brandy. I don't know for sure, but they're back now. It looks like that they're back. You know, in Las Vegas, they didn't go to the hometown of New Orleans because they know that was going to be probably going to be violent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say in a good way, but just it was too close to home for both camps. So they did it in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? They actually did it during Complex Con. So I don't know if this is a Complex Con versus type of merger or something like that. We'll see in the later weeks or months if Complex actually either bought out Verzuz or just partnering with them. I don't know. You know what I mean? But this is a good time to do, you know, something for the South during Complex Con. And Complex Con is still going on, you know, right now as I do this this blog. But I want to get right into who won the Verzuz battle. We got to get to that, yo. We got to get to who won the Verzuz battle. Now, I'm going to be honest. I was actually in a session when Verzuz was happening, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. I didn't get a chance to watch it live. I got a chance to watch it like late. Now, I stayed up even later than I was supposed to after the session to watch it, right? But before I watched it, I said, this is what I put. You can go back to my Instagram. I put on my Instagram story. I said, it looks like to me from the content, pictures and all the content on social media, that No Limit won the Verzuz battle. That's what it seems like. Let me know the details in the morning. So I ended up I finished the session, got home, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and check this out. And man, when I tell you, so much nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Manny Fresh came out, KLC came out, introducing like, yo, we about to set this off. Juvenile came out, 400 Degrees. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy. No Limit came out. Listen, let me say this. All due respect to Cash Money Records. And all due respect to Juvenile. Because y'all got hits. But when Master P came out with No Limit Soldiers, I thought I told you, No Limit. Yo, it went crazy. Listen, man. He had everybody out there all fatigued up, in unison. You know what I'm saying? You seeing Fiend, you see Mia X. Shout out to my boy Big Court, you know what I'm saying? You seeing the hitters, Silk the Shaka. You know what I mean? I mean, you even feel the energy from C Murder. He locked up and you feel the energy. They came out the right way. You know what I'm saying? Then we get into the other records. I mean, if you've seen the Verzuz, you know which records came. I'm not finna do a breakdown of each record because that's not what I'm here to talk about. It's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the energy and the approach of how each camp approached this Verzuz. I think, first off, Cash Money, I think in their brains, they knew that they had more hits. Let's just be honest. Cash Money Records has more hits, has more popular, star-studded hits. I think they know that. And by Birdman, Juvenile, BG, by all of them knowing that, I think what they did was they prepared for a show almost kind of like what Dipset did. They prepared for a show where the crowd is going to sing a lot of the song. I think they prepared for the crowd to predominantly know their music and sing their music with them. Except for probably like Juvenile. I think Juvenile, he was performing all his records. He was going in. He was performing all his records. But I think that they prepared themselves in a stage situation where it's like, no. We know we got the biggest records. All we got to do is show up and do what we do. Not saying that they underperformed, but it looked like they didn't have any real showmanship. If you understand what I'm saying. It wasn't real showmanship. It was really like come up there, be fly, do what we do, except for like Juvenile. Everybody else is kind of like, I mean, we the big bag Cash Money Records. We gonna do what we do. These records are gonna speak for itself. And this is the one thing I will say. Even though I'm saying like it seems like they were just coming to enjoy the crowd and let the crowd sing along, that's actually what Verzuz is about. Verzuz is not technically about performing. You don't prepare for a Verzuz like you prepare for an actual show. I think that's the thing that people are missing. You prepare for Verzuz, it's like a celebratory thing. Like the crowd is supposed to sing the records. You're supposed to, let them sing the music. You say something in between the songs. You show love to your crew. You know what I mean? You show love or throw shots at the other crew. That's what you're supposed to do. So Cash Money didn't do nothing wrong. They didn't do nothing wrong. It's just that when you go against another crew who's coming to take your head off, No Limit was coming to perform every record. You got to remember, a lot of these artists haven't been around each other. I'm not saying they don't talk to each other, but I'm saying they haven't been around each other in a performance tour energy type of setting. A lot of them probably haven't done music in years. But that night they came to perform everything. Even Lil Romeo was there. Snoop Dogg was in the building. They came to perform. They came with the same idea like the Locks. Like, hey, we finna perform every song. We finna put our set list together the right way. This is the difference in how people prepare for verses. In my opinion, I think No Limit and people like the Locks, No Limit they're overperforming. They're going overboard. They think this is a tour. I think that's why the energy was so hyped, because they think it's a tour, man. When we first watched Verzuz was Swizz Beatz and Just Blaze. Remember what that was? It wasn't nobody performing. It was just records being played. Swizz Beatz playing records from his catalog. Just Blaze playing records from his catalog. And I think this is where the people differentiate themselves in your style of how you do verses. Swizz Beatz, if you watch him on his first verses when he did it with Just Blaze, remember, Swizz Beatz was the one performing. He was the one going all out. He was the one mixing and dropping things and pulling things out. He was doing that. Just Blaze was just playing his records. He was just playing his records because he knew that whoever was in the room or whoever was on live was going to enjoy his music. You know what I'm saying? That was his formula. He was like, I'm finna play records from my catalog so everybody can go crazy. But then Swizz Beatz was the one performing. He was the one performing. He was the one dropping freestyles. He was the one playing exclusive records. It's two different styles. Either no style is, well, I'll say this. No style is wrong. Whether you're just playing records and letting the crowd enjoy, that is a style and that works. Or if you actually want to come out and perform and really rock your records and whatnot, that works too. It's just that when crews like this meet up, when Cash Money and No Limit meets up, you might want to be the one that have a little bit more energy than the other crew. You might want to be that. And I think that's what Master P came to do. He came to be the crew with the most energy. And that's why it feels the way it feels when you watch that Verzuz. When Snoop went up there, dropped a verse, turned the beat off a cappella. He wanted to feel like Jadakiss in that moment. He wanted to feel like Jada. Like when Jada dropped his freestyle. He got that off. Come on, big Snoop Dogg. We remember that time when you was down and out on death row. It was all bad. You was trying to figure it out. Come on, bro. We remember that. We were trying to figure it out. And you went out there. You talked to Master P. We heard the stories. You talked to P. And P said, hey, man, come out to New Orleans, bro. Come get your mind right. Come get your life right. Come out to New Orleans. We heard the stories. He bought you a car, bought you a house, told you to stay here until you get it right. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some music. He put some money in your pocket. He let you drop 2 albums. You got yourself back in the fold. You got yourself back in the music industry. And then you came back with a vengeance. And we will forever love Snoop Dogg, the legend. And we will forever, just like you are, Snoop, we will forever be thankful for Master P for giving you a helping hand when you was down and out. Because, hey, man, you was on top of the world. And all of those things happened, with Pac, Suge, a lot of things was going on. But he helped power you back up. And that's the loyalty. That's the loyalty that Snoop Dogg has. That's the loyalty that Master P has. I'm not disrespecting nobody else. I'm saying Master P, Snoop Dogg, the loyalty that they have. I'm pretty sure P was like, he called Snoop and was like, hey man, you feel like coming out to the Verzuz? We need you, big dog. Snoop like, I'm there. I'm there. And he not just there. He there with the soldier rags on. He there with the soldier rags on. He's there contributing. He's there rapping other people's lyrics. He's there in the front doing his thing. With that being said, where was Lil Wayne? Anybody gonna explain to me where Lil Wayne was? He wasn't on stage on tour somewhere. He wasn't on stage at a performance. He wasn't filming no music video. Was he in the studio or something? Where was Lil Wayne? You can't have a Cash Money Records battle without Lil Wayne. What we doing? See, those are the things. That's the problem. Y'all put in years getting money, making hit records, doing y'all thing. We couldn't get Lil Wayne for 5 minutes. We couldn't get the bling bling joint. We couldn't get the bling bling hook. We couldn't get the Go DJ. We need the Go DJ. We need Lil Wayne to rap Go DJ. We can't get the, now after you back it up, then stop. Now what? Drop it like I said. We can't get that from Wayne. We don't need none of the Carters. We don't need none of the mixtape joints. We don't need none of that. All we need is that when you back it up, then stop. Now what? Drop it like, that's all we need. The building finna go nuts. The building is going to go insane. All we need is just the hooks, B. That's all we need. We couldn't get that from Lil Wayne. I come on, man. I need an explanation. I know all that Super Bowl halftime show you was talking about. Nope. You was supposed to be at Verzuz, bruh. You was supposed to be at Verzuz, whoa they. That's what y'all say, whoa they. You was supposed to be at Verzuz, Wayne. Unless somebody was sick or it was an emergency, you were supposed to be there, man. Come on, man. I know you went through a lot of things with Birdman. You know, I know there's a lot that was going on, but still, man, you know, this is for the culture. This is for history, man. Hip hop is hip hop, man. Do this for the culture. Do it for the culture, man. We need this. It's been a lot going on in the world. It's been a lot going on with Trump. It's been a lot going on with the economy. We need this, bruh. Give us that. One breakout of this whole Verzuz, and y'all didn't even expect it. And when I heard about it, and I seen it with my own eyes, I'm like, of course. Of course it's supposed to happen. Mia X. Let me say her name again. Mia X. Mia X. Mia X. The queen. She burnt that stage down. In every crew, you got a couple of people. You got the general that's going to command. You got the second in command that's going to always hold it down. Then you got the killer, the one that don't care about nothing else. They're here to damage things. And then you got her. You got the one who's just as lethal as the killer, just as powerful as the leader, and just as loyal as every other soldier in the military. And that's who Mia X is. Mia X is dangerous on that mic. And I hope that a lot of you men and women, especially women, go back to Mia X's catalog and realize how fire she really is. There were people anticipating Mia X's albums and records when she came out. I hope the new school women and the young generation of women listens to Mia X, because she's lethal, she's fire, and she doesn't have to talk about all the other stuff that these new school artists be talking about in order to be elite and dope. And I hope she finds it in her heart to bless us with some more music. Please, Mia X, give us more if you can. If you can't, that's okay. We got enough from you already, mama. We got enough from you already, queen. But you did your thing on that stage, and we will forever be grateful. Forever be grateful. She did her thing. Shout out to Mia X. Shout out to Fiend. I don't know if y'all know Fiend. Yo, Fiend is fire from the No Limit camp. I'm sorry. I just got to say it how it is. No Limit won. They won this battle. They won. They brought the energy. They performed their records the right way. They did their thing. They won. I'm going to call a couple of my friends that we all love No Limit and Cash Money, and we are going to argue, because I'm going to say it. No Limit won. Yeah, Cash Money got the better hits and the more top hits, but No Limit, they came as a powerhouse. They showed you exactly the reason why they were successful when they came out. They showed you exactly the reason why they were successful when they came out. You know why? The loyalty. The loyalty, the commitment, the hard work, the companionship, the togetherness. They're together in what they do. No matter how far they are in friendship, no matter how many miles across the world they are together. Master P put up the tank flag, the flag with the tank on it, and everybody that was able to make it came through. Everybody. I don't care what y'all say. That right there, that type of loyalty is what hip hop is missing. That's what hip hop is missing. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to reach out. I got to do some records with No Limit. I'm sorry. I got to reach out. I got to reach out to somebody. I got to do some records with No Limit. I'm sorry. I got to make it happen. I got to make that happen. It's real. Last thing I'll say, because a couple of things. This Verzuz could have gone either way. Don't get me wrong. Even though I feel like No Limit won, I feel like this Verzuz could have gone either way. Because, let's be real, we didn't get no real Lil Wayne records. We got records with Lil Wayne on it. But we ain't got no real Lil Wayne records. We also didn't get no Young Money records. They could have, Cash Money could have put in Young Money. They could have put Young Money records in there, which means it could have been the newer Lil Wayne records. It could have been Drake. It could have been Nicki Minaj. It could have been all of that. It could have been Tyga. They could have put the Young Money in there too. Matter of fact, they need to have a Young Money versus. Young Money versus who? Ooh, that's a question right there. Young Money versus who? Young Money versus... I got it. Young Money versus TDE. Young Money versus TDE. Let's go. Kendrick Lamar versus Drake again. Lil Wayne versus, I don't know, Lil Wayne versus Schoolboy Q? I don't know. Nicki Minaj versus SZA? I don't know. I don't know. Who you think might win that? Let me know in the comments. Who you think might win that? TDE versus Young Money. Hey, that's a hitter right there. Or Young Money versus Death Row. I don't know. Let's see. That's a thing. That's a thing for real. One thing I will say that wasn't so pleasant, and I'm just gonna be honest before I get out of here. One thing that was not pleasant and I didn't like at all was Birdman being drunk and going at Turk. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't cool, bro. That wasn't cool. I don't care what status y'all on right now. Just don't say nothing about Turk. You ain't gotta throw shots at him. You know what I mean? Like Birdman was, he was up there, he was drunk, he was faded, and from what I've been hearing is Birdman has been, on stage faded at a lot of shows. Like a lot of shows that he's a part of, he be on stage and he be faded. And it's just not cool, bro. It's just not cool. You know what I'm saying? Keep that to yourself. You know what I mean? Discuss that amongst your peoples, but you just put the world on notice that you dislike one of your brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that's never cool. I'm never co-signing that. I'm never showing love to that at all. You know what I mean? It's one of them things where it's like at the end of the day, when you're on some celebratory shit and you're doing things for the culture, if you don't have nothing to say good about your brothers, just don't say nothing at all. And he almost was about to throw a shot at Lil Wayne and whatnot, but cut all that, bro. Cut all that. Like, this is the last thing I'll say. The maturity of the leader dictates the moves and the maturity of the team. The more mature your leader is, the more wiser your leader is, the better off your team. Take that for what you will. But we clearly seen a difference between Master P and Birdman, and we've always seen that difference, but now we truly see the difference in the No Limit camp and in the Cash Money Records camp. Just got to be honest. Argue with me in the comments if you want. We see a difference. Aside from, Cash Money, in my opinion, having the more popular and more hit records, No Limit, they're stamped. They're a force. They're a force. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we all want to grow in this music industry and have long, successful careers, but most importantly, have long and successful friendships and business friendships, personal friendships. We want to be around the people that we care about. And I think that's what No Limit showed at this Verzuz. They were around people that they care about, that they loved, showed good camaraderie, also showed good respect to the other side, Cash Money Records. I mean, I think both of them showed love and respect because at the end of the Verzuz, everybody was together mingling with each other, just enjoying records. You know what I'm saying? So that was great. You know what I'm saying? That was great. And that's what we needed because, people would say that at a certain point in time, No Limit and Cash Money was like, it almost got violent. It almost got real violent. They would say that. I don't know that for sure. Allegedly for me, I don't know that for sure, but they would say that it probably would have got violent. So I'm glad to see that both of them are on the stage, both camps on stage, showing love, giving dap, hugs and everything, and just showing love to each other. Because at the end of the day, regardless if you like No Limit more or regardless if you like Cash Money more, the one thing's for sure is that you love New Orleans overall. You love the city of New Orleans, you love Louisiana, and you love the South for what they've given to the culture. That's my thing. I'm done. Yo, I'm done. Let me know in the comments. Let me know who y'all think won. Let me know which are the top records that came out of the Verzuz. Oh, and last thing. We ain't even got no mystical records. We didn't even get no mystical joints. We didn't even get no mystical records on Verzuz, and we didn't get no Mac 10 joints either. We didn't get no Mac 10 records on Verzuz. Or maybe I'm mistaken. Did we get a mystical record or a Mac 10 record? I didn't hear it. That's crazy. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, man, we didn't get those. That would have kind of swayed the situation as well. You feel what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Overall, this is a great Verzuz. Shout out to Swizz Beatz. Shout out to Timberland. And I hope this thing continues to go further because it's proven to work in the pandemic, and I think it's proven to work now when we all outside as well. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Peace, love, and workload.